Did you know that nearly half of Americans experience travel anxiety? It's true. We all see those glamorous travel bloggers living their best lives on Instagram. But behind the scenes, many people struggle with fear and worry when it comes to traveling. So if you've ever felt your heart race at the thought of boarding a plane or navigating a foreign city, you're definitely not alone. Travel anxiety is more than just feeling a little stressed about packing your suitcase. It's a real condition that can manifest in physical and emotional ways. Think racing heart, sweaty palms, and that feeling like you might throw up your airport Cinnabon. It's basically your brain's way of saying, hey, something feels different, danger, danger, even if that danger is just trying to order a croissant in French. Okay, confession time. I used to be a hot mess when it came to traveling. I mean, the kind of mess that makes you wonder if you should just stay home forever. I'm talking lost luggage, missed flights, and once I even ended up on a ferry to the wrong country. Don't ask. It was like I had a knack for finding the most complicated and stressful travel situations. My anxiety would go into overdrive at the mere thought of leaving my comfort zone. Airports felt like labyrinths, and every step I took seemed to lead to another mini disaster. I blamed it on my adventurous spirit getting lost in translation. But honestly, it was more about my lack of preparation and my tendency to panic at the slightest hiccup. But deep down, I knew it was holding me back from experiencing all the amazing things the world has to offer. I wanted to see new places, meet new people, and immerse myself in different cultures. But my own fears were my biggest obstacle. So I decided to take control. I started by doing my homework, reading travel guides, making checklists, and packing smartly. I learned the importance of planning ahead and being prepared for the unexpected. I also found ways to manage my anxiety. Deep breathing exercises, meditation, and even listening to calming music helped me stay grounded and focused. Slowly but surely, I started to feel more confident. I could navigate airports without breaking into a cold sweat, and I even started to enjoy the journey as much as the destination. And you know what? It paid off. I began to have the most incredible experiences, taking photos at famous landmarks, savoring local cuisines, and making new friends from all over the world. Now, I look back at those early travel mishaps and laugh. They were all part of the learning curve, and they taught me valuable lessons about resilience and adaptability. So if you're a fellow anxious traveler, take heart. With a bit of preparation and a lot of patience, you too can turn your travel nightmares into a comedy of errors worth laughing about. And who knows? You might just discover a whole new side of yourself along the way. One of the best things I ever did for my travel anxiety was to embrace my inner control freak. And by that, I mean planning ahead like my life depended on it. I'm talking meticulously researched itineraries, color-coded packing lists, and enough snacks to feed a small army. Knowing exactly where I'm going and what to expect helps minimize those what-if scenarios that used to send my anxiety into a tailspin. Tip 2. Mindfulness. Finding my inner Zen master. Sort of. Okay, so maybe I haven't quite achieved enlightenment, but incorporating mindfulness techniques into my travels has been a game changer. Deep breathing exercises, meditation apps, and even just taking a few moments to appreciate my surroundings help me stay grounded when things get overwhelming. It's like having a secret weapon against those pesky anxiety gremlins. Tip 3. Support system. My travel squad goals. Traveling with supportive friends or family can make all the difference. Whether it's navigating through a busy airport, figuring out transportation in a new city, or simply having someone to share a meal with, the presence of loved ones can turn a potentially stressful situation into a fun and memorable experience. Having someone to share the adventure with, and maybe hold your hand during turbulence, can help ease anxiety and make the experience more enjoyable. Imagine the comfort of knowing that someone has your back, whether it's during a bumpy flight or when you're trying to communicate in a foreign language. The shared laughter and mutual support can transform any travel hiccup into a cherished memory. Plus, it's always more fun to laugh at mishaps and create memories together. From getting lost in a maze-like market to trying out bizarre local delicacies, these moments become stories you'll reminisce about for years to come. The bond you build while traveling with your squad is unique and often leads to stronger, lifelong friendships. And if you're traveling solo, no problem. Solo travel can be incredibly rewarding and empowering. It allows you to set your own pace, follow your own interests, and truly immerse yourself in the experience. You have the freedom to make spontaneous decisions and discover new aspects of yourself along the way. There are tons of online communities and resources where you can connect with fellow travelers and share tips and support. Websites, forums, and social media groups are filled with like-minded individuals who are eager to share their experiences and advice. You can find travel buddies, get recommendations for must-see spots, and even join group trips organized by these communities. The sense of belonging and the wealth of knowledge available can make solo travel feel less daunting and more exciting. My triumph conquering the Eiffel Tower and my fears. Remember that time I almost missed my flight to Paris because I was convinced I'd left the stove on? Spoiler alert, I hadn't. It was one of those classic moments of panic that we all experience from time to time. I was rushing through the airport, my mind racing with thoughts of what could go wrong. I kept picturing my apartment going up in flames, all because of a simple oversight. But as it turned out, my fears were unfounded. The stove was off, and I was just letting my anxiety get the best of me. Well, I'm happy to report that I eventually made it to the City of Lights, and even managed to conquer my fear of heights by going to the top of the Eiffel Tower. Was I terrified? Absolutely. The journey to the top was nerve-wracking. As the elevator ascended, I could feel my heart pounding in my chest. Each floor we passed brought me closer to facing my fear head-on. I kept telling myself to breathe, to stay calm, but it was easier said than done. The view from the top, however, was breathtaking. Paris stretched out before me, a beautiful tapestry of history and culture. But the sense of accomplishment I felt afterward was worth every sweaty palm and racing heartbeat. Standing there, high above the city, I realized that I had done it. I had faced my fear and come out victorious. It was a moment of pure triumph, a personal victory that I would carry with me forever. The fear that had once seemed insurmountable was now a distant memory, replaced by a newfound sense of confidence and courage. It was a major victory for this anxious traveler, and it showed me that I'm capable of anything I set my mind to. This experience taught me that fear is often just a barrier we create for ourselves. By pushing through it, we can achieve incredible things. The Eiffel Tower, once a symbol of my anxiety, had become a testament to my strength and determination. And as I looked out over the city, I knew that this was just the beginning. There were many more fears to conquer, many more challenges to face, and I was ready for them all. Paris had given me more than just memories. It had given me a new perspective on life and on myself. Key takeaways: pack your bags, not your anxiety. So, what have we learned today? Travel anxiety is totally normal, and it doesn't have to hold you back from experiencing the world. By planning ahead, practicing mindfulness, and building a strong support system, you can overcome your fears and create unforgettable travel memories. Remember, the journey is just as important as the destination, and every step outside your comfort zone is a victory. Your turn, share your story. Have you ever experienced travel anxiety? What are your go-to tips for staying calm and collected on the road? Share your stories and advice in the comments below. We're all in this together, and sometimes the best travel hacks come from sharing our experiences with others. Resources. Because we all need a little help sometimes. If you're struggling with travel anxiety, know that you're not alone, and there's no shame in seeking help. There are tons of amazing resources available, from therapy and support groups to online communities and self-help books. Don't be afraid to reach out and get the support you need to make your travel dreams a reality. Bon voyage and happy travels. Now go forth and explore the world, my fearless friends. And remember, the only thing you should be packing is your sense of adventure. Safe travels. Don't forget to subscribe to Rhythm and Passports for more travel tips and adventures.